¿Qué tal, comunidad? Aquí habla su abogado Ray Ibarra Maldonado. First and foremost, thank you. Thank you. If you're watching this video, you're curious or you're considering writing a letter for support for your friend, family member, whoever it might be, employee, church member, for immigration purposes. Now, I can attest that the letter you're going to write could help very significantly in this person's life. When we're dealing with immigration, they have a certain view of the person that we're representing. It's usually negative for whatever reason. What we need good letters of support for are to show the judge, the prosecutor, the adjudicator, this is who this human being is. You don't need to know anything about the case. You don't need to know the facts behind it. You don't need to know what happened. You don't need to know what the person's applying for. All we're asking for in a good moral character letter is for you to tell your story with that person. And I always tell people, we don't want quantity, we want quality. If the judge sees the same letter just signed by 50 different people, useless. I'd rather give the judge 5, 6, 7 good quality letters that give an insight to who this person is versus 50 letters that say the same thing. Now, what does a quality letter consist of? It's storytelling. You certainly want to tell who you are, how you know the person, how long you've known them for. That gives the context. How do you have a relationship with this person? How do you know them? And for how long has that existed? Once you establish that, you then want to tell 1 or 2 stories, minimum. You want to tell more, you want to write a book, go for it, but minimum 1 or 2 stories. What do I mean by story? It can be an example, right? I know Juanito. He one time came over to my house and assisted myself in building a new porch for my mom. He didn't charge anything. He didn't ask to be paid anything. He said he wanted to help out, and he came over and he donated 3 weekends to building this patio. Or one time I was broke and I needed help, and this person came along and they lent me money. They paid for the groceries. They gave me a ride to the doctor's appointment. Whatever is that story that they've done for you or that you've witnessed them doing. If you know them from their work in the community, I know that so-and-so has done some amazing things. Let me tell you about it. Let me personally tell you how I've seen them interact with groups of people. Let me tell you how they've inspired others to be better people. Let me tell you how they've given back to the community. A specific story or 2 or 3 stories that humanizes the person that you know, the person that you care about, the person that you love, the person that you want to help out. You convey that to the immigration so that they know who this person is. Do not be concerned about what the case is about. We're not asking you to argue the case. I'm asking you to give to us, the attorneys, a great insight into who this person is as a human being and to vouch for them as far as their character in front of immigration. Now, we do have some samples, right? So we have samples that we can provide to you. Here's the sample. Well, I'm using the bond packet here. So this is a sample letter. You want to start out by saying you declare under penalty of perjury the following is true and correct to the best of your knowledge. I mean, you can put it at the beginning. You could drop that down at the end, but you definitely want to get in there like, hey, this is serious to me. I realize this is serious. I'm telling you serious. Does it have to be notarized? No, it does not. Do we need a copy of your social, your driver's license? No, we don't. But putting that language in there, putting your phone number in there, right? And then going through the who, what, when, why, and where, how you know the person, telling the stories. And again, here it says asking Judge White to give bond. You don't have to. If it's not a bond case, don't worry about that. It's the same template format as far as the certification, how you know them, and your story, right? We have other sample ones here for if a child, right? If a child wants to write for somebody, past employer or present employer, some other ideas there. So you should receive this in email as well if you're a client of ours, and the letter from the co-workers, co-volunteers as well. And obviously, if you need it in Spanish, we can provide that to you as well. Very, very important, just to recap, you taking the time, an hour, half a day, a weekend, to write this letter really could make or break the case. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but we as attorneys need our ammunition to be able to go in front of the person that has the power to make the decision and say, look at these amazing quality letters. Look at the kind of person our client is. When we do it in memos, when we do it in front of the adjudicator or the judge, you are giving us that ammunition. Give us the best quality tanks, missiles that we can have so that we can go in there and light up the government and keep your friend, your family member, your loved one here in this country. If you have any other questions, as always, feel free to reach out to us, 602-910-4040. Drop a comment down below, send us an email. Really want to make sure that you know what a good quality letter consists of, what we want to see in there, and what will be helpful to your friend's case. Thanks so much.